We're back. Well, I'm back, I should say. Y'all been here. I've been going. I've been going for a little bit, I feel like. I've definitely been slacking on the channel. Yeah. Real quick, let me catch y'all real quick. Okay. I recently got a computer, like an actual computer. Okay. Hold up. Real quick. Hold on. Y'all gonna need to clap it up a little bit for this thing right here. Every video produced on the Sire Studio channel came from this laptop right here.
Thank you.
This nice Alienware laptop that is resting on the floor. Retired. It's dusty. It's done its time. It's done. It did what it had to do. Oh, there is 51 of us right now. That's tough. At least while I'm uploading this video. That's nuts. Like, I know for a lot of people that's not really a lot. Like 51 subscribers, but like I try to think of like what if there were like 51 people in this room. It'd be like this. We'd be all touching. We have to be carrying some people. Y'all would definitely have to be carrying me because I'm not about to be like this. I'm gonna be like this in the air. Oh, but yeah, no, I recently got a computer, and honestly, instead of recording games, I just been playing a lot of games because I wasn't able to play a lot of games on the laptop because it can only do so much. So I've really just been playing games. I haven't been recording. I streamed a little bit, but nothing crazy. But I've definitely just been. Why do I do these things? So I've just been playing Tarkov, Overwatch, Valorant, just games. A lot of games that I wasn't able to play. GTA, BO3. You know. I've been chilling. I've just been gaming, honestly. But I have not been hitting the record button. But real quick, you know who hasn't been slacking though? The Pink Potato and the Wubs. Hold on, real quick, before I forget. Wubs, he's been grinding. He's been on the grind on Twitch, over on Twitch. Listen, he is only 3 followers away from having 100 followers on Twitch. So look, I'm very, very happy y'all support me. That is amazing. That is awesome. But if at least 5 of y'all, or even 15 of y'all, go over there and follow him, bro. He will appreciate it. He will definitely appreciate it. It's definitely one of the homies. Definitely want to get him up there. You know, because he's been on the grind. He said he was gonna do it, and he's been doing it. So like. That would mean a lot to me. That would mean a lot to him. I think he'll definitely appreciate that. Word and check out Pink Potato too. He's been grinding too. They've been doing work on Twitch. And what have I been doing? Playing video games, but not recording them. What? Dang. What was I about to say? What was I about to say next? Actually, I don't remember. The video we're about to watch is from 2018, so this is not like new at all. I'm just late on everything, but it's really interesting to me because Tyree was talking to me about this at least a week ago about this video, and it's apparently Dan Schneider apparently he's obsessed with feet. I don't get it, but it seemed interesting. Look, man, I can't help what I find interesting. But apparently it's this video is supposed to be really good. So if it's trash, blame Terry. Nah, I'm playing. Don't do that. Do it. And I don't want to see no comments about my hair. Okay, I'm just letting it be free and do its own thing. At least that's what I tell myself every time I look in the mirror. And look, I definitely grew up on Nick, so I don't know how this is about to be.
Nobody talks about pedophilia.
It's the big secret.
That's how we start the video?
And it's widespread?
Oh yeah. I was surrounded by them when I was 14 years old.
There he is. Damn.
Literally. Didn't even know it. It wasn't until I was old enough to realize what they were and what they wanted and what they were about and the types of people that were surrounding me till I went, oh my God, they were everywhere.
This guy's voice is so scratchy.
If you grew up watching Nickelodeon, then you may have heard of Dan Schneider.
It's the first
He was
foot.
responsible for many of its hit shows during the 90s and 2000s.
Hold on. Bro, I don't know what shade they're about to try to throw, though. Because, like, look at these bangers. All that, Keenan and Cal. The animated show's alright. Personally, I didn't really mess with the animated show like that. Drake and Josh, though. Zoe 101, iCarly, Victoria, Sam McCash trash. Okay, so we can cut it like right here. We can stop we can stop it like right here. But most of these here are bangers. All right, let me stop.
Such as The Amanda Show, iCarly, and my personal favorite, Drake and Josh. In recent years, Dan has been brought into controversy
Drake and
due to
Josh,
rumors about abusive and possibly sexual behaviors between him and his young female co-stars. None of these rumors were grounded with any hard evidence, and most people dismissed it.
Bro, he got
until
two
March
chins.
26th, 2018, when Nickelodeon announced that they will be parting ways with Dan Schneider. The news surprised many people. Why would Nickelodeon fire one of its biggest producers seemingly out of nowhere? Were they aware of all the rumors and decided to finally do
He's
something
huge.
about it?
Why is his head so big?
What is the Dan Schneider
Bro, it's like a watermelon.
Conspiracy?
Okay, I'm Carly.
Foot
I'm
fetish.
Sam. And we like to draw families on our toes. Observe. Okay, and that completes our 5-part series on toes with froze.
Now, I'm gonna turn off the camera using only the remote and the power of my toes.
I mean, that's only some episodes though.
One
I
of the
don't
most
think-
prominent rumors regarding Dan Schneider is that he has a thing for feet and uses his shows and their following to satisfy this fetish. You may be thinking, well, maybe he just finds feet and toes to be funny. And to be honest, some of the scenes by themselves are rather harmless and something that I can imagine on other shows. However, it's undeniable that there are a large number of feet-related puns and barefoot scenes in his shows. Too many to list here. Outside of television,
I don't know.
there are some weird examples, however. In Victorious, Tori hosts an online show called Tori Takes Requests, where viewers can ask her to do all sorts of random things. In the very first episode, Tori gets a
What?
request to have ketchup poured all over her feet, and then she does a little
So
dance at
OnlyFans
the
on
end.
Victorious?
In another online show called Cat's Random Thoughts, there's a moment in the first episode where she sticks her big toe in her mouth. I didn't really watch Victorious
They
growing
made
up,
her do
so I
some
don't
weird
know
stuff.
if these played on television, but I do know that they were extras on theslab.com, a fictional in-universe website. Now, here is where things get even more unusual. On September 13th, 2013, the Sam and Cat Twitter page asked its followers to take a picture of their feet with the hashtag Sam and Cat Saturday. And a number of people did. This is just one of many now infamous feet-related tweets from Dan
I
Schneider.
feel like
and
this
shows,
show came out
but
way
this
down
is
the
the
line
most
though.
well known. You can find several if you look around long enough. During the same year, there was a post on Reddit about how Dan Schneider is the most successful writer / TV executive in children's television for the last 30 years. A user commented,
True.
I grew up in LA and was an extra on The Amanda Show a few times. He, being Dan Schneider, paid me $100 once just to tickle my feet. The user further elaborated.
What?
To make a weird story short, in between takes, Dan asked me if
I feel like that's a weird thing to go on Reddit to lie about, so I don't want to automatically assume that's a lie, but like that bro, imagine throwing $100 away. That's a touch on my feet. What? What? All right.
I was ticklish, and I said no. Then he bet me $100 he could make me ticklish. I was expecting him to reach over and tickle me under my arm or something like that, but he led me to his office. I basically got paid to receive a foot massage and a lot of compliments.
Would y'all get your feet tickled for $100?
The commenter later deleted his or her account. It's unknown who this person is, how old he or she was, or if this person was even telling the truth.
True,
A
that's
small
really
YouTube
weird.
channel known as Revenge of the Sis have done a number of videos about Dan Schneider, and during one of their podcasts, they received a call from an anonymous source stating that she went to an audition for one of Dan Schneider's shows. The call was quite lengthy, so for time's sake, I'll be playing a portion of what she had to say. The full podcast will be available below.
So in 1997, I was discovered in a mall, and basically we would go on auditions just to different places.
Why is everyone discovered in the mall from Nickelodeon? What? I feel like, you know what? I'm not even gonna go there.
And eventually I got a manager and an agent who would send me on audition calls for, like little things like commercials and everything. And then as I started growing in my career, in 2007, my agent contacted me and my family about possibly getting a good Nickelodeon gig. And we flew out to LA for this audition. And when we got there, it was a bunch of kids, probably like 200 kids. And then these random agents hand-selected specific kids that they liked or, showed some charisma. And then once about 40 kids were selected, we were then told to take off our shoes and that we were each going to go into a room to show the producer, who is Dan Schneider, the tapes to see who we would want on the show. And of course, we always ask, like, oh, what do we have to do? Like, what would you like us to be doing once we're in there? And my agent told me, he's like, it's going to be like he's like, you got to just take off your shoes, just like run around in front of the camera, talk about how much you love being barefoot. And at the time, even, it was like, okay, that's weird, but I didn't think anything of it because I was still young.
Right.
My mom kind of looked around and was like, this is wrong. There's just something really wrong about this.
Look, she's in the top 40 right now. There was 200 kids. You better start running around. Look, I mean, that is weird. That is definitely weird, but like, I mean, I don't know why I'm really trying to justify it to him. No, okay, no, that is weird. That is just weird.
Because
you should not get a job based on your feet and how much you love your feet. Because I got some ugly feet.
Person's mother decided to take her out of the audition, she's been blacklisted from the business.
Wow, you absolute fool. Bruh, you left because of something. Let's be real. It could have been way worse. She cannot, like, wow. That was, I wonder if she regrets that or not. I feel like that was not worth it. It just could have been way worse. Just take your shoes off. You'll put it back on.
Hey, Dan Schneider. I know you're watching my Vine. Do you like my Vine? Vine. Look what you've done to me.
There are a number of photos circulating the internet of Dan Schneider being a bit too touchy with his young child actors, some of which are a bit more uncomfortable to look at than others. There are stories of him inviting young actresses into his office.
Does that not look like a shoe? Or am I tripping? Or did they do that on purpose? Does that not look like a shoe? The pool? Like a foot? I think I'm tripping
hosting pool parties during auditions.
That better not be his pool.
So what would happen is that your parents would send you to sort of like this camp. It was basic acting classes, and it was an opportunity for the kids to get discovered. And interestingly enough, most of the kids got discovered by the pool. They had a pool, they had like tennis courts, and I believe like it was like Megan Fox and other female celebs, and Hilary Duff was another one who got discovered there at the pool. And they would push you to do pool activities because they said that's where you have the highest chance of getting discovered.
Now, what was the age range of the people that went to these at these camps?
The age ranges, the ones that I was familiar with, are ages 13 to 22.
In an article by Kira Davis from Red State, she writes, I happened to be chatting with a former child actor over a week ago. We were discussing Weinstein, and she told me that in her youth, she worked on one of Schneider's shows very briefly. She told me, my friend was molested by that man on set.
What?
Everyone knew it. No one said a word.
I feel like that's cap. Because
in 2004,
maybe
actor and producer Brian Peck was convicted of several accounts of lewd acts towards a minor and was sentenced to 16 months in prison.
What? Whoa. What kind of jump was that? Wait a second.
No one said a word.
What?
In 2004, actor and producer Brian Peck was convicted of several accounts of lewd acts towards a minor and was sentenced to 16 months in prison.
Oh my god, you.
Court documents reveal that several of these acts involved attempted sodomy of a person under 16, sexual penetration by foreign object, and oral copulation by anesthesia or controlled substance.
Are we serious?
Just to name a few. The victim has remained anonymous to protect his or her career, but according to reports, the child actor was involved in The Amanda Show. After serving a sentence, Peck was released from prison.
Bro, he looked like he can't be trusted, bro.
The show. After serving a sentence, Peck was released from prison and went straight back to working on kids shows, such as The Sweet Life of Zack and
So Disney was like, all right, we'll take him. Disney said, we'll take him. Disney was like, all right, brother.
Cody.
Come on, dog.
This is because although he is prohibited from direct contact with children, that technically doesn't mean he's not allowed to work on shows that involve children.
I wonder where I'd wear this.
Wear it to a fruit stand. You look like a lime.
So what does this have to do with Dan Schneider? Well, in a 2002 article titled Groomed to Be All That, it is revealed that Dan Schneider and Brian Peck would host comedy boot camps for Nickelodeon child stars, where they were allegedly separated from their parents.
Yikes.
Really think about that for a bit. The guy that held boot camps for children was convicted and sentenced 2 years later for committing sexual acts with children, and then went straight back to working on children's shows.
What's wrong with this dude, bro?
When asked if he had anything to say to the child he abused, Peck responded with, I don't have any comment on it. I really don't. And this is the guy that Dan Schneider worked with for years.
That's nuts.
According to Deadline.com, Dan Schneider was known for having temper issues. During a meeting with Nickelodeon executives, Dan was told that his show Game Shakers would not be renewed for a fourth season, leaving...
That show is trash. That show is trash. That show is trash. I know a lot of y'all don't watch TV no more, but that show is trash. I don't know how you make so many bangers and then made that. That show is literally trash.
Executives, Dan was told that his show Game Shakers would not be renewed for a fourth season, leaving it on a cliffhanger ending. It was also reported that Nickelodeon's newest show, Cousins for Life, would move into the same studio that all of Schneider's shows were exclusively produced for years, and that Dan wasn't so happy about having to share space now. Perhaps the most absurd allegation towards Dan Schneider is that he is the true father of Jamie Lynn Spears' daughter. Yeah, this is a little silly, but it does lead into something interesting, so I'm going to bring it up for educational purposes, just so you guys know. Jamie Lynn Spears, the star of Zoe 101, infamously got pregnant at 16 years old, which resulted in the cancellation of the show. Crazy Days and Nights is an online gossiping website.
Wait, what?
Ran cancellation of the show. Zoe 101 infamously got pregnant at 16 years old, which resulted in the cancellation of the show.
I mean, and they
Crazy
finished
Days
it.
And Nights
They
is an
finished
online
it.
gossiping website ran by an anonymous
They should have
blogger
been at
known as
16.
NT, a self-proclaimed dialed-in entertainment lawyer. Supposedly, NT was able to predict certain scandals involving big-name celebrities, such as Weinstein and Kevin Spacey, on his website years before mainstream media caught on. Obviously, there's no way to verify this as accurate, despite the Daily Beast believing so. Regardless, there was an interesting post made by NT in October of 2007 saying, I don't even know how you define what list someone is when they are on some ensemble show watched by teens and preteens. So go with the above and make her a female. Make her pregnant, which is causing the producers to have a heart attack because they really don't need any more scandals. But wait, there's more. One of the producers, who was old enough to be her grandfather, shouldn't be having a heart attack because of shock, because he is the one who knocked her up. New boyfriends are being lined up as we speak.
Chill. I don't know.
In December of 2007, just 2 months later, Jamie Lynn Spears announces her pregnancy.
He said coincidence? I
Speaking
think
of
not.
crazy days and nights, visitors to the website are able to create accounts and comment on Auntie's posts, often attempting to guess which celebrity will be exposed next. One of these commenters, known as him, is believed to be Robert Downey Jr. Yeah, the Golden Avenger
Iron Man.
himself. Where the hell did this come from? Well, most people came to this conclusion because of what him revealed about himself through his posts, such as having a troubled youth and nearly destroying his Hollywood career. Him also listed celebrities that he was friends with, including Jon Favreau, Guy Ritchie, David Kelly, John Hughes,
Anyone can say this.
Natasha
though. That's the
Gregson
thing.
Wagner,
That's the thing of,
Brian Lord, Tommy Lee Jones, Susanna Hoffs, Steve Martin, Rachel McAdams, Molly Ringwald, Miranda Cosgrove, and Susan Downey, Robert Downey Jr.'s wife.
See, that's the thing about these anonymous
It's worth noting that
people.
him's complete list of celebrities included some that people were not able to find a connection to.
I feel like having an anonymous account, like it's like it doesn't really, you can't get real evidence off of
Robert Downey Jr., such as Neil Patrick Harris and John Hamm. Of course, there's no way to know for certain who him is, but what we do know is that some time ago,
It's me, like that could be me. Like that, you can't. I don't know. That's rough to go off.
he had
of
this to say
a
about
fake
Dan
person.
Schneider. He's a monster, the worst predator alive. And if you wonder why nobody will confront or charge him, he's in charge of multiple hit shows for Nick, which rakes in oceans of money, tens of millions of dollars multiplied by many years and many shows, not to mention his merchandising royalties. So Viacom Nick warned him to cool it, then pay for his damn lawyers. What about the parents? No tweener parent who shoved their kid into the limelight from birth is going to cross him either, and risk career suicide and loss of revenue and residuals in future career. No matter how bad it fucks up the kids, especially if there's multiple kid actors in the family, and the kids' agents are complicit
Dang.
too, just ask the Spears family. A lot of settlements get paid out of Viacom's accounts.
The thing that this is a very high, that is a possibility, like that he really is like a predator.
Finally,
and
on March
kid
26,
shows.
2018, Nickelodeon parted ways with Dan Schneider. Nickelodeon's official statement was, following many conversations together about next directions and future opportunities, Nickelodeon and our longtime creative partner Dan Schneider / Schneider's Bakery have agreed to not extend the current deal. Since several Schneider's Bakery projects are wrapping up, both sides have agreed that this is a natural time for Nickelodeon and Schneider's Bakery to pursue other opportunities and projects.
I mean, I'm sure he was.
Dan was given a payout of $7 million upon his departure. He and his
What?
wife sold their home and currently reside in Hidden Hills, California. It's unknown if Dan Schneider is working on any new projects.
He doesn't have to.
So, is Dan
He got $7 million for leaving, plus the cash he got on top of that from this other bread.
guilty? Did he really abuse his young child actors? Well, no one knows for certain. As you may have noticed, there is actually no concrete evidence against Dan Schneider. No celebrity has spoken
That's
out,
nuts.
and the ones who did have kept their identities private or are anonymous. So, for all we know, they could be lying.
That's the real. That's the real problem. Because like, even though if it was really, I feel like if he really attempted all this stuff, like his friend did, or the guy he worked with did, like these people would not be anonymous out there. Like, I know they're doing it to protect their career, but like, how long are you about to sit there and protect your career for? Like, when are you actually gonna say something? They're not, because
The closest
Who are
comes
you?
to us from Noah Monk, the actor who played Gibby on iCarly, from the official podcast. But even he was hesitant on defending Dan.
I was sort of, I mean, if that shit went on, I'm fucking like, that's devastating to me because I don't see him in that light, you know? So watching clips on YouTube and shit of that is like crazy. But I mean, the foot fetish shit is like, okay, bro, come on. Like, I never really noticed that when I was 15 on the show, but of course, looking in retrospect, it's like, okay. No, I don't know. No, and I never observed, like, saw anything like that or got hints of that. So it's fucking, it might be baseless rumor, but I don't want to speak like.
I've never heard him like
that. I don't want to be like on record being like, no, you know. So I have no clue.
These rumors and accusations have existed for a while, but nobody really said or did anything until Nickelodeon separated themselves from Dan. It was only then that people started growing concern. Why would Nickelodeon fire one of their biggest producers just out of nowhere? Were they aware of something? Many people point to this event as evidence that Dan must be guilty.
I mean, he could have just been done too.
I beg to differ. I think it's worth mentioning that Dan's shows have been seriously declining in ratings. iCarly's pilot episode got 4.1 million views. Their most viewed episode, I Saved Your Life, got 11.2 million views. And their least viewed episode, I Battle Chip, got 2.4 million views. Victorious' pilot episode got 5.7 million. Their most viewed episode, Begging...
Because, real quick, the pilot episode for Victorious, was the way they set it up was genius. Because it was I still remember this. It was the Kids' Choice Awards, right? And then they were advertising the mess out of that. And legit, and all the people tuning in to watch the Kids' Choice Awards, right after the Kids' Choice Awards, they launched their episode. And I still remember that. So that makes sense that has so many views.
On Your Knees got 6.1 million. And their least viewed episode, The Hambone King, got 2.39 million. So not that bad. Skipping over Sam and Cat since that show never finished. Henry Danger's pilot episode got 1.94 million views. Their most viewed episode, Hour of Power, got 3.16 million.
Oof.
And their least viewed episode, Saturday Night Lies, got 1.05 million.
Yeah, so why are they making it seem like it's a...
episode got 1.98 million views. Their most viewed episode was the pilot episode. And their least viewed episode, Escape from Utah, got 0.52 million views.
Look, it just makes sense, though. It just makes sense that he either will be fired or be let go because, like, look at the chart. I feel like that this isn't ridiculous to look at. The drop is so like, the drop is way too strong. Like, after Victorious, the drop is just, like, unbearable.
It seems as if the Schneider style just wasn't working anymore. Is it not more reasonable that Nickelodeon saw this trend and fired him because of it? I don't want to dismiss any of the people that have investigated and spoken out against him. I mean, with this many rumors and allegations surrounding Dan, it's
hard to
ignore it. And it's not like this hasn't happened before. In 2004, a man known as Jason Handy used his job at Nickelodeon to lure young child actors. He was arrested and sentenced to 6 years in prison for molestation and possession of child pornography. And after serving his time, he was released and went straight back to working on Nickelodeon.
Alright, I don't know about that. That's kind of nuts.
Hollywood is one of the most unsupervised, unrestricted
How much money?
in the world.
How much money do they have to be making from these individuals where they go to jail for messing with kids and then are able to come right back? Like, I don't know.
The promise of fame and fortune can be so alluring to young and upcoming actresses and actors that they and their families are just willing to do anything. Once you become a public figure, everything you say and do will be held against you. Which is why if some actor or actress in the industry was abused as a child, they'd probably rather say nothing and not risk their career. You can't change the past, so might as well keep
That's a rough
money.
situation, though.
I think the most we can definitively say about Dan is that, at the very least, he finds feet entertaining, and that's not a crime. But who knows? Maybe someday an actor or actress will speak out against Dan. Maybe concrete evidence will be found, and maybe something will be done. I suppose we'll never know.
Wow, that was not bad. That was not bad. Okay, look. All right, hold on. I mean that was pretty interesting. Like, I definitely didn't know the thing about the girl that played Zoe. I didn't know she got pregnant, and that's why they ended the show early. I had no idea. I didn't know that at all. But I feel like for the most part, the guys that actually did get arrested should definitely not have been able to come back. At least not back to Nick, right? But like you can't like Disney took that one guy, which is kind of weird. They're just like, hey, you need a job? Like what? I don't know. Oh, that was weird. Cause now I can't watch any of those shows the same now. Now I'm just gonna be looking for feet the whole time. But yeah. You know what, Terry? That was a good watch. Thanks for recommending that. Yeah, I think that's it for right now. I'll catch y'all later. Thank you for tuning in. Peace.
You gotta be odd to be number one. Look, why you try to change me? I changed into the man that I am. If you don't see how I see it, you ain't the man that I am. I stand tall, under pressure, niggas testing my hands. But they fearing shooting jabs will make you less of a man. Let's brawl out or ball out. We all in, we all out. And I don't need to mention, y'all can keep the tension, cause we keep extensions. We with all the smoke, nigga. It's like a weed convention. Pull up, let it smoke through your mid. Now all your seeds is missing. Different kind of nigga with a different kind of posture. A mob style. Bring it to their casa, imposter, or roster. Depending on what Florian, he's ballin' but with accordion.